It's 2 a.m. You wake up again not because you're rested, but because your bladder insists. You shuffle to the bathroom for the third time tonight. In the morning, you feel drained, not refreshed. And yet, you whisper, it's just age. But quietly, something deeper may be happening. Your prostate, small but vital, might be under stress from simple bedtime habits you never thought about. Stay with me. At the end, I'll share a bonus tip that can help calm your nights. Welcome to Senior Health and Happiness, where we believe that aging can be graceful, strong, and joyful. Let's take care of your health, one simple habit at a time. And make sure to stay until the very end. We've included a gentle bonus tip that could make your daily routine even better. If you wake up often at night or feel pressure when you urinate, you're not alone. Tonight, we'll gently explore small bedtime habits that may quietly affect your prostate health and how simple changes can make a big difference. Habit 1. Late night salty snacks. George, 68. Always looked forward to his quiet evenings. After a long day, he would settle into his favorite chair, turn on the television, and reach for a small bowl of salted peanuts. It became his little nightly ritual, a way to relax and wind down. He thought it was harmless, but over the months, something changed. George began waking up more often during the night. First, once, then twice, sometimes even 3 times. Each time, it was the same routine, that familiar urge pulling him out of bed to visit the bathroom. In the morning, he felt more tired, less refreshed at first. He blamed it on age, but deep down, he wondered if something else was going on. Let's gently explore what might be happening. Salt, while it adds flavor, can quietly work against you, especially in the evening when you consume salty snacks before bed. Your body holds on to extra fluids. Your kidneys, working like tireless little filters, respond by trying to balance that salt level. And where does that extra fluid go? To your bladder while you sleep. Your bladder fills faster than it normally would, and as it fills, it applies more pressure on nearby structures, including your prostate. Over time, this gentle but repeated pressure can irritate or inflame your prostate. It's not something you feel immediately, but night after night, the strain accumulates. You wake up more often, your sleep gets lighter, and slowly, your energy during the day starts to suffer. Have you noticed something like this? 2. Do you sometimes wake up wondering why your bladder seems so full, even if you didn't drink much? The good news is that small adjustments can bring relief. Try switching to lighter, low-sodium snacks earlier in the evening. If you enjoy a little treat at night, consider unsalted almonds, a few slices of apple, or a small handful of berries. And give your body enough time to process those foods by following a simple rule. Stop snacking at least 2 hours before bed. This gives your kidneys time to do their work while you're still awake, not while you're trying to rest. By reducing that late-night salt load, you ease the burden on your bladder and gently protect your prostate. It's a simple act of kindness for your body, one that can help you sleep more deeply and wake feeling truly refreshed. Habit 2. Skipping bathroom trips before sleep. Margaret always reminded her husband, Bill, to visit the bathroom before bed, but Bill often waved her off with a smile. I don't feel like I need to go, he'd say, focused on finishing his emails or reading one last article on his tablet. By the time he finally crawled into bed, he was relaxed and ready to sleep. Or so he thought. Just a few hours later, at 3 a.m., Bill would wake up with a strong urge. His restful night was interrupted, again and again. Over the months, this pattern became so normal that Bill stopped thinking much of it. Maybe it's just part of getting older, he sighed. But let's gently pause here. What's really happening inside Bill's body? Even when you don't feel a strong urge to urinate, your bladder often holds small amounts of residual urine. Throughout the day, if you skip that final bathroom trip before bed, those leftover fluids remain overnight. If you sleep, your kidneys continue to filter your blood and produce more urine. Your bladder fills quietly in the background. But because It wasn't fully emptied earlier. It reaches capacity sooner. That extra fullness applies gentle but steady pressure on your prostate throughout the night. Over time, this repeated pressure can lead to subtle irritation or even contribute to prostate swelling. You may not feel it immediately, but night after night, the strain quietly accumulates. Have you ever had nights like Bill? Falling asleep easily, only to be awakened by nature's call far earlier than you expected. The solution here is beautifully simple. You can make it part of your calm nightly routine to visit the bathroom just before you climb into bed. Even if you don't feel a strong urge, gently empty your bladder. Think of it like brushing your teeth, a small, caring habit that protects your long-term health. This small action reduces the volume your bladder needs to handle overnight. It eases the strain on your pelvic area, and it gives your prostate a well-deserved break during your most important hours of rest. By consistently following this gentle habit, you may notice fewer nighttime awakenings, deeper sleep, and a refreshed sense of energy in the morning. It's another small way you can take control, honor your body's needs, and protect your health one peaceful night at a time. Habit 3. Heavy evening alcohol. Robert always enjoyed his evenings with family. After dinner, he would pour himself a glass of wine, sometimes two. The warmth spread through his body as he settled into his favorite chair. His eyelids grew heavy. The gentle buzz of alcohol made falling asleep feel easy and comforting. But as the hours passed, Robert found himself waking up more often. Trips to the bathroom became routine. His once peaceful nights slowly turned into fragmented sleep. Each morning he felt more tired than the night before. At first he didn't connect these awakenings with his evening wine, but his body was quietly sending him a message. Let's take a closer, gentle look at how alcohol affects the body, especially after 60. Alcohol acts as a diuretic. This means it encourages your body to remove more fluid through urine. Even 1 or 2 drinks can increase urine production, especially if consumed close to bedtime. As your bladder fills more rapidly, it puts pressure on your prostate during the night. At the same time, alcohol lightly relaxes the muscles in your bladder and pelvic area. This combination makes it harder to hold urine for long stretches. It also lightly irritates the lining of your bladder, adding to the feeling of urgency. And night after night, this repeated stress may quietly aggravate your prostate. The result? Interrupted sleep, increased nighttime urination, and slow, gentle wear on your prostate health. Have you noticed evenings where just a single glass of wine leads to a restless night? Or mornings where you feel like you barely slept at all? The good news is that small timing changes can make a big difference. You don't need to give up your enjoyment completely. But try limiting alcohol intake to earlier in the evening, ideally at least 3 hours before bedtime. This gives your body time to process the alcohol before you rest. And during the day, focus on staying well hydrated with water. This helps reduce evening thirst, so you're less likely to reach for drinks later at night. By gently adjusting your evening routine, you're giving your bladder, your prostate, and your entire body a chance to rest more peacefully. You'll wake up feeling more refreshed, and your prostate will quietly thank you. Habit 4. Sleeping on your stomach. Peter had always been a stomach sleeper. Since his younger days, lying face down felt comforting, like being wrapped in a warm, safe cocoon. The familiar pressure against his chest, the quiet hum of his breathing, it helped him drift into sleep easily. But as the years went by, Peter started noticing a change. He was waking up more often during the night. That familiar trip to the bathroom started happening earlier. Some nights, he even felt a vague discomfort in his lower abdomen. At first, he dismissed it. Maybe it's just age, he thought. But his body was trying to speak, gently. Explore what happens when you sleep on your stomach, especially after 60. When you lie face down, your body's full weight presses down on your abdomen and pelvic area. This constant, gentle pressure can subtly compress your bladder and the surrounding organs, including your prostate. Your bladder may not empty as easily. Residual urine can build, and even small amounts of retained fluid can apply ongoing stress to your prostate during the night. Over time, that soft but steady pressure can lead to irritation, inflammation, or swelling. It's not dramatic. It doesn't happen overnight. But little by little, it may contribute to nighttime urination, discomfort, and disrupted sleep. Have you ever woken up feeling like your lower abdomen feels tight or tender? Do you find yourself needing to shift positions to feel comfortable again? The encouraging news is that your body can adapt to new habits gently. You don't need to force sudden change. But training your body to favor side or back sleeping can significantly reduce this subtle pelvic pressure. If side sleeping feels awkward, try placing a supportive pillow between your knees. If back sleeping is difficult, use a gentle wedge pillow to elevate your upper body slightly. This positioning reduces strain not just on your prostate, but also on your spine, hips, and shoulders. And with consistency, your body will begin to find these new positions just as comforting as your old habit once was. By making this small adjustment, you create an environment where your pelvic area can fully relax. Your bladder empties more completely. Your prostate rests without unnecessary pressure. And most importantly, you give yourself a better chance for uninterrupted, healing sleep. Habit 5. Excessive evening fluids. Nancy had recently read an article about hydration. She became determined to help her husband Dave drink more water. Staying hydrated keeps you young. She cheerfully reminded him. Dave, always wanting to please, began drinking more even in the evening. Tall glasses of water before bedtime became their new habit. At first, Dave felt good knowing he was caring for his body. But soon those late-night bathroom trips increased. Twice a night, sometimes even 3 times. He found himself exhausted in the mornings, puzzled by this unexpected side effect. Nancy began to wonder if they had overlooked something important. Let's gently explore what was happening inside Dave's body. Hydration is indeed vital. Our bodies, especially after 60, rely on steady fluids to support digestion, circulation, and joint health. But timing matters. When you consume large amounts of water late in the evening, your kidneys continue filtering and producing urine while you sleep. Your bladder fills steadily through the night, often faster than it can comfortably handle. This repeated overnight. Fullness gently stretches your bladder walls and presses on the prostate. Night after night, this continuous strain may irritate or inflame the prostate gland. And as the bladder becomes overactive, even smaller volumes of urine can trigger that strong urge to wake up and visit the bathroom. Have you ever experienced nights where you wonder, why am I waking up so full when I didn't even drink that much? The solution is simple and kind to your body. Focus on staying well hydrated earlier in the day, especially in the morning and afternoon. Your kidneys can process those fluids during your most active hours. Gradually taper your fluid intake after 7 p.m. You don't need to become dehydrated in the evening. Just sip lightly. Pay attention to your thirst, but avoid large volumes of water or tea close to bedtime. This small change reduces overnight bladder pressure, giving your prostate much-needed rest. It allows your body to focus on healing and restoration while you sleep. And perhaps most importantly, it helps you wake up feeling truly rested, energized, and ready to embrace the day ahead. Habit 6. Ignoring subtle discomfort for years, Jack paid little attention to the small changes. Occasionally, he noticed a slight burning when he urinated. Sometimes, his stream felt a bit weaker or slower. Other times, he felt like he hadn't fully emptied his bladder. But each time, Jack brushed it off. It's probably just part of getting older, he reassured himself. Busy days kept him distracted, and he postponed checkups. Months turned into years. By the time Jack finally visited his doctor, his prostate had grown larger than expected. The early warning signs were there all along. He simply didn't know how quietly they were speaking. Let's gently pause and look at what was happening inside Jack's body. The prostate is a small gland, about the size of a walnut, but It sits right where urine flows out of the bladder. Even mild swelling can press against the urethra, making the stream slower, hesitating, or more difficult to start. Sometimes this pressure causes a feeling of incomplete emptying. The irritation may lead to burning or urgency. At first, these signs seem small, barely noticeable. But over time, if left unaddressed, inflammation can progress. The gland may continue to enlarge, narrowing the passage and causing greater disruption to bladder function. Eventually, treatment becomes more complicated. Have you ever felt hesitant to bring up small changes to your doctor? Have you wondered if what you're feeling is normal aging or something more? The kindest gift you can give your body is early attention. If you notice weaker flow, frequent urges, nighttime trips increasing, burning sensations, or even minor hesitations, gently schedule a checkup. There's no shame in seeking care. Your doctor can perform simple exams or tests to assess your prostate health early, before issues grow larger. Early intervention often means smaller, easier solutions. Medications, lifestyle adjustments, or gentle therapies can make a world of difference when started early. By listening to your body's quiet messages, you take control. You honor your health before problems take deeper root. And you give yourself the best chance for long-term comfort, confidence, and peace of mind. Habit 7. Lack of gentle pelvic exercise. Michael had always been an active man. He played golf, walked daily, and enjoyed working in his garden. But after retiring at 70, his days grew quieter. He spent more time reading, watching television, and relaxing indoors. Without realizing it, his level of physical activity slowly declined. Then came the small but persistent changes. More frequent bathroom trips, occasional leaks when coughing or laughing, subtle feelings of pressure in his lower abdomen. Michael was surprised, hadn't expected these issues. After all, he still felt fairly healthy otherwise. What was happening? Let's gently explore this together. At the base of your pelvis lies a group of muscles known as the pelvic floor. Think of it like a supportive hammock, gently cradling your bladder, bowel, and prostate. These muscles help control urination, maintain continence, and provide stability for your internal organs. But like any muscle group, they require gentle use and maintenance. As we age, and especially with less activity, the pelvic floor can weaken. This weakening allows the bladder to shift slightly, reduces control over urine flow, and places more pressure on the prostate. The result? More frequent urges, difficulty fully emptying the bladder, and small leaks that chip away at confidence and comfort. Have you noticed moments where a laugh or sneeze makes you feel less secure? Do you sometimes worry about finding a bathroom quickly when out in public? The encouraging news is that your pelvic floor can be strengthened gently right from your chair. Simple pelvic floor exercises, often called Kegels, offer powerful benefits. Begin by sitting comfortably. Gently tighten the muscles you would use to stop urination midstream. Hold that gentle squeeze for about 3 seconds, then relax. Start with just 5 repetitions once or twice a day. Over the weeks, as your muscles grow stronger, you can gradually build to 10 holds, maintaining each for a few extra seconds. There's no need to rush. Consistency is far more important than intensity. By making this quiet, private exercise part of your daily routine, you give your bladder and prostate the support they need. You may notice fewer urges, greater control, and renewed confidence. And perhaps most importantly, you regain a sense of trust in your body, knowing that even in these small actions, you're protecting your health with care and intention. Why do I emphasize pelvic floor exercises? Because they give you gentle control you can rebuild no matter your age. Your pelvic floor acts like a supportive hammock, holding your bladder, bowel, and prostate in careful balance. With time, this hammock may loosen, but simple daily practice can restore its strength. Here's a routine you can try today. Sit comfortably. Gently squeeze the muscles you would use to stop urinating. Hold for 3 seconds, then relax. Repeat 5 times. As days go by, you can slowly increase to 10 gentle squeezes, holding a bit longer as your strength grows. Studies show that seniors who practice this regularly experience fewer nighttime trips and better bladder control. These quiet moments of care create powerful long-term benefits. Each small effort builds confidence, steadiness, and comfort, gently supporting your prostate health for years to come. You've stayed with me, and here's your bonus. It's a simple practice called warm sitz baths before bed. All you need is a small tub or large basin filled with warm water. Not too hot, it's just pleasantly warm. Sit comfortably, allowing your lower body to soak for about 10 minutes before bedtime. This gentle warmth relaxes your pelvic muscles, improves blood flow, and soothes mild prostate irritation. It signals your body to release tension, preparing you for a more peaceful night. This quiet ritual can ease discomfort, reduce nighttime urgency, and promote deeper sleep. It's a small, kind gesture you can give yourself. Simple, soothing, and surprisingly powerful. These little acts of care add up, creating a bedtime routine that supports your prostate and honors your health. Aging doesn't mean losing control. Each small habit you choose, like adjusting your evening snacks, timing your fluids, or adding gentle exercises, becomes a gift to your future self. If your prostate quietly benefits from these thoughtful choices, which of these 7 bedtime habits surprised you the most? I'd love to hear your story. Please share it in the comments. Your experience may inspire someone else. And as a final gentle reminder, remember the bonus we discussed. A warm sitz bath before bed can relax your body, ease pelvic tension, and support restful sleep. Small, kind choices today build lasting strength tomorrow. Thank you for spending your time with Senior Health and Happiness. Till next time, stay strong, stay curious, and most of all, stay kind to yourself. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone you care about. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one small habit you're adding to your daily routine? Your story might inspire someone else.